Hi there, this is Tom, and I'd like to thank you for tuning in and watching my very first YouTube video. Um, this may be the first of many, or maybe the only one I do. We'll see how it goes. I'm not a professional YouTuber at all, but I have seen a lot of YouTube videos about beards, and what I want to do is, I guess, basically make videos to show you what I've found works for my beard, and maybe that can translate into helping you with your beard that you already have or that you want to grow. Now, I'm not at all a fancy video editor or anything, so this is going to be pretty just like a raw, like tutorial, how to tips and tricks and stuff that I've picked up along the way. So if you can bear with that, you might get some good information out of here. You might not, but that's the way it's going to roll until maybe it gets a little more serious, and we'll see how people like it and what I have to say. So without further ado, we can start with my beard. I've been growing it since December of 2016. So it'll be 2 years around this Christmas. Now, the length right now is pretty much the length I wanted it to be. It would be a lot longer, but I have had it shaped up and to this length. I think it's a good length, as you can see. That just kind of classic beard shaped look. Now, keep in mind, depending on the shape of your face, the shape of your beard is going to change. If you have a more round face, the beard will be more rounded. If you have a square jaw, you're going to get like more square like this. Now, I'm 33 years old, and I couldn't grow a beard until I didn't try until 2 years ago, but I didn't know I could do it. Now, keep that in mind if you've always wanted to grow a beard and you were like, oh, I don't think I have enough, facial hair to really pull it off. You're never going to know until you try. And I'm really glad I tried, because I really like the way it's come out, and I think a lot of guys would like the way it would come out if they just let it grow. And everybody says, oh, just now, obviously, genetics are going to be a big part of how much facial hair you can grow and the way it's going to look. Now, what you see right now is after a whole day at work. I'm an automotive technician, so I'm moving around a lot. I'm getting under things. My beard's getting pushed all over the place. Stuff's getting in my beard. But for the most part, it stays in this shape. And in other videos, I'm going to show you how I accomplish this shape, because if I just come out of the shower and let it dry, it's just a big ball of hair, and it's gross, and I don't really like the way it looks like that. So I've developed a routine to kind of get it into shape, and I've figured out things that work and things that don't work to get out like waves in your hair, to style your mustache and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm gonna get into that stuff in a later video. So, stages of growth that you could expect. So everyone's talked about, the itchy phase. It's real. It does pass, and I'm sure if you've watching this, you've seen other YouTube videos about beards, and oil is your best friend. Any type of beard oil, really. You don't have to go crazy with it, getting some exotic, expensive stuff, but just keep the skin under your beard nice and oiled, and it will really help you get through that stage. Now, when you get past that stage, it's going to start coming out and looking like just like a ball on your face. It's not going to have any shape to it. People are going to think you look disheveled, like you're homeless or something. but you need to push through at least to 6 months, or better yet, a year is where a lot of guys' beards really start to take shape. Now, when I started growing mine, my cheek line that you can see now is here. I'm getting a haircut tomorrow, so the barber will shape this up, and I let it grow in so you can see how high it's gotten. Now, it didn't used to be that high. It used to be, I'd say, about a half an inch lower than that. See how it's kind of blonde hairs? But the more you let the hairs come in, you'd be surprised of ones you didn't have before. And it's very important to be patient. So like I said, it used to be very low, and I would have him trim that, and that was the first mistake I made, is trimming your cheek line too low. Because what you want is, you want the beard to flow into your mustache if you grow a mustache. And that's the second thing. I was trimming my mustache around my lip, and with a smaller beard, a more, close to the face beard, that looks fine. But my theory is, when you grow a full beard, you should have a full mustache. It just looks better. It's a pain. It's an absolute pain. I'm actually still growing it. So you can see the hair from here needs to get all the way to here, and that takes a really long time. So, like I said, my second mistake was trimming that around there, and then I finally realized, if I'm going to grow this full beard out, I need to grow the full mustache out. And I'm really glad I did, because it's finally starting to take shape, and a big mustache complements a bigger beard. I would say this is beyond a medium beard. This is, a full-size beard. Guys can grow it down to here, but this is where I want it, and I feel like they complement each other really good. And when I started growing my mustache out, I would cut this V in here. I saw a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of barber videos. They cut that V in there, and it helps you part it. But the problem with that is those hairs, they start growing back, and they grow straight down into your lip, at least on my beard, and you're just constantly cutting it. So at one point I was just like, I'm just not going to trim it anymore. I'm just going to keep training them apart, and now those have gotten, they're about maybe a half an inch long, and now I'm able to part them in my beard. Like I said, the mustache is still a work in progress, but the beard length right now is pretty much where it's going to stay. But I'm going to talk about how you can maintain that and make it look as best as you can. The third thing I was doing, mainly when the beard was shorter, was I was having him, he was trimming my neck too much. And you need as much hair on your neck to grow with the hair on your front and sides of your face, because the hair on your neck is the backdrop to your beard. And it's really important to have that there so that your beard looks full and healthy and dense. So don't trim your neck. Yeah, if you have I have a couple way down here, I'll have them clean that up tomorrow at the barber. But anything that's in the main portion of where your beard's growing, just leave it. The sides, see how I have a natural shape here? He barely touches, he just gets the little ones that are on my neck. That's up to you, but you want as much of your beard to grow out as possible. So those were the mistakes I made. Trim this too low, because you want these hairs to flow up in your mustache. You want those to grow down over. You want back here to be nice and full, and you want all your neck hairs to come out and behind your beard. It's very important. So those are the mistakes I've made. And I feel like the main point of this YouTube channel, there's so many bearded channels out there. I'm not trying to be some, get a 10,000 subscribers or something like that. I just want to, guy to guy, just make you feel like you can make your beard your own and make it look as good as you can. So that's primarily what I'm going to be talking about. Now, some YouTube channels say, "Oh, just leave your beard the way it is and just deal with it." But I feel like that's the reason a lot of guys, one, they don't get past like the 3 or 4 month stage, and two, they feel like, oh, I shouldn't go any further because it doesn't look the way I see on Instagram or the bearded channels. I want to show you that you can overcome a lot of the problems with your beard with product and some styling tips. And it's really not that hard. And I figured out stuff that's worked for my beard and it might apply to your beard. But like I said earlier, genetics play a big role in it. Some guys have their beard just comes out straight. They come out of the shower, towel dry it, put some oil and balm in it, brush it out, and it looks great. That's not me, and that's not a lot of guys. So, like I said, I'm going to do a video probably after this one of a full routine of a freshly washed and conditioned beard, and how I get it into the shape I wear throughout the day, and how you could do that too. So if you guys have any suggestions on any tips you want to know about, any questions about my beard or anything like that, I'd be happy to answer them in the comments down below. So like I said, this is my first video. I'm not a professional at all. This is just, guys talking about beards. And I hope you like it, and I look forward to making more. Thanks.